Burgers and fresh cut fries. Welcome, cooks. Today we're trying out the Paris Hilton ceramic cookware set. We're going to put this through the paces with a common recipe that everybody is going to make in their cookware. We're making burgers and we're going to fresh cut some fries in a commercial French fry cutter. So join me. Welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen. So cooks, we looked at this on the last upload. I'll put links up here to that video. This is the ceramic cookware, brand new out by Paris Hilton. We're going to put it through our paces today. I figured we make some burgers and fries, right? So we're going to be using the bigger size of the fry pan, and I think one of the problems that we talked about before is this set kind of has small sizes, right? So this is a 10-inch and an 8-inch and a 2-quart saucepan and a 4-point-something quart Dutch oven. We're going to fry the fries in here. We're going to be using a double fry method. We're going to be cooking the burgers in here, and we're going to see how this cookware behaves, right? So let me go grab the French fry cutter. So this is our commercial French fry cutter. I'll put links above here where we did our initial test. We compared this with the home version years ago, right? This one is not available, so I'll put a link down in the description to something very similar. This is actually a Gander Mountain, and they went out of business. So let's cut some fries. Okay, so how this thing works is we're going to place a potato in here and we are going to cut our fries. Yay! And I'm going to take these fries and put them back in the water to keep them from browning. Plus we need to let them soak in the water for about a half hour. I think I have 8 potatoes here. Woo! Yeah! This thing isn't your little household French fry cutter. This thing doesn't play around. It doesn't mess around. Here we go. Whoa, look at that potato. That potato is not happy in the middle of it. You don't know that when you're peeling, so there you go. This is a big potato. Whoa! Wow, this thing is cool. Fresh cut fries. Get one of these things because fresh cut fries are so much better than frozen fries. They're fresh, nothing's on them. You know that it's real food. Okay, so I put these back into this water. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them out and put it, this is the colander that goes to this bowl. I'm just gonna take these out and rinse them. I'm gonna fill this with some fresh water because there's a lot of starch in this water. And then I'll put them back in here. And we need to soak these in this water for about a half hour. So, we got, this is a ton of fries. That was like 7 potatoes, I think. So let me go rinse these. I'm going to put them back in here and fill this up with water, and we're going to let them soak for a half hour. So we're doing the twice fry method. That means we're going to fry it initially for 4 minutes in a cooler oil. We're going to take it out and let it cool. Then we're going to fry it back at 350. So the target is like 265, 275. I just had this on and it's like 288. So we're right in the 280s. By the time I get these fries in here, it's going to lower the temperature of this oil. So let me turn that down a little bit, and we're going to go with our first batch. It seems a little weird, like, oh, I don't want to put my fries in here at this low temperature. But actually what this does is it helps cook the inside without cooking the outside. So then it's nice and soft in the middle. And then when we go to second fry it, it will brown it up at brown up the outside without overcooking it. If you just put them in here at a high temp and you cook them at a high temp, they'll brown too fast and they'll be kind of raw in the middle. So this is the best way to cook fresh cooked fries. So we're just about we're just about, one of the things I can say is I'm having a little bit of trouble dialing in the heat on this, and I'm almost certain it's because it's a thin pan. Thinner pans tend to heat up too fast, and it's kind of harder to keep regulating that temperature. It's not like it's a cast iron where you're in here and you're going to be able to lock it in easier, and you don't have these big temperature fluctuations, because it literally dropped 50 degrees when I dumped these fries in. So I'm getting up here at 280. I'm going to put some more fries in here, because if I lower it, I think when it drops temp, I'm going to have issues. Woo. Okay, so we're ready to take these out. Batch number 2. Woo! So yeah, I think, you know, the pan's working okay. I can't say that it's like the greatest thing to regulate your temperature. I'm having a lot of trouble getting into that 265, 275 area. I put a lot in here, so I need to raise the heat. Yeah, that like majorly dropped the temp, so you gotta get some more heat on there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pull these. Wow.
Something got a little brown.
Something brown a little bit in there. Well, we will be doing our final brown on them in the next cook. Woo! That's some fries there. So, let's cook the burgers. Okay, so I have the 10-inch skillet here. I'm cooking turkey burger for myself. I'm just going to put a little bit of oil in here. So, like I said before, I don't think, like I have 4 turkey burgers here. Right now, I think I'm going to do 2, and I think that's pretty much all I'm going to be able to cook in here. Ooh. I put a little oil because turkey doesn't have a lot of fat in it. My initial thoughts so far are these pans like heat up really fast, and it is kind of hard for me to regulate the heat like I'm used to in other cookware. I need to turn this like way down, particularly if you have gas. I mean, yeah. So we're gonna let these cook, and then we'll do the beef burgers. So So these turkey burgers are done. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the oven at 200, and I'm gonna get the beef burgers out, and we're going to cook those. Okay, so we got the beef here. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in here. One of the things I can say is there's like wild temperature issues. I'm gonna salt and pepper the outside. I salt and peppered this as I made the patties. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this down here. I had like major issues with it being wildly hot, wildly cold. I turn it off and it like cools off in like 2 seconds. I would say this is not really a burger cooking thing. I wanted to heat it up. I want to put that, lock that temp down, and I don't want it this huge fluctuations. Yeah, right? I'm going to keep this low because it just gets really too hot. Yeah, so let's cook these. Okay, so we put the burgers in the oven. I can tell you that it was just a cluster. And I will have a lot of thoughts on that at the end. We need to get going on these fries, but there's some fundamental issues that I see between this cookware with a lot of really thin, inexpensive aluminum cookware. Right? So we have our oil. So we're going on our second fry here on these. It's about 350 for a temp. This is where we're going to crisp them up. I don't want to put too many in here because I want to get a nice crispy fry on it. Yeah, these are looking good. So we're just getting a nice fast fry on here to crisp these babies up. This is the best way to cook fries. That's all I gotta say. See, even on almost high on my burner here, when this thing has not a lot in it, it heats up and goes crazy. When you have a lot of stuff in it, it doesn't. It's very weird. Those are looking pretty nice here. Nice crispy fries. Hot crispy fries. Ooh. I'm gonna give them some salt.
Are you about 350?
It won't even go above 350.
How are the ones that come out?
Don't tell Eric you saw me do that.
Real hot?
They're delicious. Second load, ready to come out. That's a pan of fries. Oof. So good. So let me crisp up this last batch. Okay, so I'll spare you the gory details of us putting the burgers together. I'm sure you know how to do that. We're gonna get us some fresh cut fries here. Looking good. Yeah, I think that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Get a couple here with the turkey burger. Okay, so Boo, here's your burger.
Thank you, Boo Boo.
Okay, my thoughts. So when we cooked the fries, it did fairly decent. I think it dropped significantly in temperature, and that happens with pots. I don't use one of these fryers because they don't respond quickly to that temperature drop, and they're really a mess to clean up. If you just use like a Dutch oven or a big, saute or something like that, you can deep fry in that just fine. You don't need an electric fryer. Where I had my biggest issue was when we cooked the burgers. So if you're not familiar, when a pan is just aluminum, if it's really thin aluminum, the heat, it is overly responsive. And sometimes you might say, oh, I want something to be responsive, because if you're doing a stir fry or something like that, you want to turn off and turn on the heat, and you want this pan not to retain a bunch of heat because you need to cut it off to keep your vegetables crisp. The problem with this is it is responsive to an extreme, right? Because when that aluminum is thin, that heat comes up, the pan heats up like this. Even on low, I couldn't control the temperature in that thing. I think for someone like me who's used to cooking on higher quality pans that you can control the heat better, it's very difficult for me to go to these really budget thin aluminum pans. I just don't like them, right? People might give this cookware high reviews because maybe they're not used to cooking on high quality cookware, so that overly responsiveness cooking, they're used to that. For me, that's a no. For your college student, if you want to just send them off with some pans knowing that they're going to beat them up, right? If you want to teach a college student how to cook, I think you need to get something a little better quality. Fries are delicious.
Fries are great.
I spared you the details of how the burger looked. It just got too hot, even on the lowest setting.
You have to cycle it on and off. Really.
Mm-hmm. Tasty. So it is what it is. It's an $80 set of cookware. It's fun. It's cute. If you're really trying to improve your skills, though, I might look elsewhere. So thanks for joining me. I'm off to eat my burger.